The ALCS. What a game. And of course, Yankees are going to the World Series. Let's get into it.
And a high drive into left center field. Stanton is going to watch another one fly. Are you kidding me? Giancarlo Stanton made for the moment.
Welcome to Touching Bases Podcast. Good to see your beautiful smiling faces again. If you're new, well, welcome to your first time here. We talk MLB, and this game was the AL Championship. Now, if you would like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Are you happy? Are you sad with the results? If you missed the game, baby, oof. Started off a little rough, if I'm being honest with you. Now, luckily, he didn't give up really any runs immediately, but he did get ahead of Gleyber Torres as like the first batter of the game and then gives up a hit. Then Soto comes to the plate and lines a ball into the gap. Now, at this point, it's a race to whoever can get the ball in as fast as possible. Big Christmas comes in clutch, running this ball down, and with a perfect relay, the fastest molasses Gleyber is gunned down at home plate. Judge then comes up and Tanner Bybee nails him right in the ribs, and I'm talking square in the ribs, not a turn, not the back. He turned as if he was going to hit the ball and just takes it right there. Just probably the worst place ever to get hit by a ball, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Yankees decided to hide the fact that he's probably injured and has a broken rib, which we won't find out till November, but hey, who am I to judge? It's the Yankees. Bottom of the second, Naylor gets on, and little brother smacks a double into the corner, which gets Josh all the way around the bags, and the Guardians go up by one. Andres Gimenez comes up later in the fifth and smacks a double into the corner for Verdugo to go fish out, and Rodon strikes out Rocchio, but King Kwan is now up and goes apeshit on a fastball up the middle. Get it? Jimenez makes it home and the Guard Dogs are up 2-0. Aaron Boone comes out and talks to Rodon. He's like, hey, don't screw this up. I'm leaving you in because I don't know how to handle my bullpen situation. Well, not his fault, but Fry shatters his bat and hits the ball in the no man's land. Verdugo just kind of runs and then gives up on this. I feel like he could have caught that if he dove, but I don't know. But with 2 outs, Kwan scores from first and Little League lob to the pitcher's mound gets Fry all the way to second base. Now Boone comes and takes Rodon out. Leader Jr. does come in and do his job and gets a ground out to end the inning. And then Mikey Giancarlo Stanton answers back.
And a high drive into left center field. Stanton is going to watch another one fly. Are you kidding me?
2-run home run to start the whole game over. It's even 2-2 and Tanner Bybee was taken out. 7th inning, Rocchio draws a 12-pitch walk and Jeffrey Dahmer lookalike didn't exactly like that, and the umpire and him had a couple words. It almost looked like the Blue was going to go charge the mound. Hill got a ground ball to first for a double play, which just happened to be very convenient for the Yankees in that situation, and then he got taken out by Cousins, not Kirk. Bottom of the 8th, and the Guardians get Emmanuel Clase warming up. I got a little nervous here. The 10.67 ERA postseason reliever, where iTalk Studios broke down his cutter is breaking more and maybe contributing to his pitch placement missing and batters are able to make contact. Granted, not barreling them up, but just contact, and it's been causing issues for like the infield to make the play. It's a good video. In fact, I'll put the link to that in the description down below to go check out. Well, hey, Clase did his job, and so did Luke Weaver as the game went into extra innings. Top of the 10th, Austin Wells walks. Verdugo grounds to second, but Rocchio takes his eye off the ball during a double play attempt, and everyone is safe. Oh, shit. Gleyber Torres comes up and strikes out on a check swing, but that brings up Juan Soto. Soto's patient. He gets a couple pitches they didn't like and then a couple balls, but then he sees a fastball high and
Got a steal. Soto, a high fly ball to center. Thomas backing up. Thomas at the track. And Juan Soto, a 3-run home run.
yeah, I would say he's probably punched his ticket for a $500 million contract if he hasn't already earned that already. And that's all she wrote. Yankees win it. They are headed to the World Series, to yet to be determined whether they're going to be facing the Mets or the Dodgers. But as it's looking, it's probably going to be Yankees-Dodgers series, which probably makes MLB super happy for revenue sake and ratings. I don't know how the ratings work these days, but yeah, Yankees are going. Cleveland's out. They had a good run, and as far an underrated team in this entire thing, they made it really far and did a pretty good job. So hats off to them. Great organization, very small payroll budget, and I think that's kind of speaking up for the little guys. So the fact that they made it all the way to the ALCS says a lot. Yankees going back for the first time since 2009, which is crazy because everybody thinks of the Yankees as a powerhouse. But who are they going to play? Mets or the Dodgers? Because obviously everybody's thinking Dodgers because they're the powerhouse, but the Mets just don't seem to give up, and you don't really want to count them out. Now, the games are moving back to LA, and we saw how the Mets weren't exactly the strongest there, but we did see a game in LA that did kind of correspond with their 12-6 victory that they just had over the LA, so it's very much a toss-up. I'm kind of rooting for the Subway Series. That hasn't happened since 2000, and that would be 24 seasons. And by the way, that was the only time that the two New York teams went to the World Series. I think it'd be kind of cool for history, and I think it'd be great ratings for everybody. Of course, Dodger fans would be really pissed off because, of course, this was supposed to be their year. You guys deserve to go to a World Series. Either way, I'm not picking a side, but I would actually love to see a Subway Series happen again for the second time ever in history, especially given the stories that played out, as the Yankees thought the Orioles would be their biggest competitors in this entire thing, and they got knocked out in the first round, yet they're able to fight through the number one team in the Central and make it to the World Series, while the Mets started off as basically the White Sox of the National League, and they've reached all the way back to the ALCS with even adding moves in the trade deadline that I think really pushed them over edge. So, what do you guys think? Mets, Dodgers, who's going to make it? Who's playing the Yankees in a World Series? And if you're missing all these games in the AL and NLCS, sit down and watch them. They're worth it. Or just come here later for a breakdown and we can talk about it. Later.